in the morning, my skin is like a baby's. Then you wake up in the morning, no swelling at all. On other days, you wake up in the morning and look like a Chinese beekeeper, right? Bonjour. Anyway, I got back in the car. It's insanely hot. What a cute set of pajamas. Ta-da! Let's see what we bought. My favorite. Here it is, just like this. Hi everyone. Today I have a really busy day and I decided to set up the camera and record it. Right now, I need to go to the prefecture in our city to get an apostille on some document. And then I thought, since I'll be in the city anyway, I need to stop by Tezenis, the Tezenis lingerie store, to buy a swimsuit. I haven't bought a swimsuit for this season yet, and I want to update my underwear as well. After that, I also need to stop by the Kiko store. I want to buy this lipstick, my favorite one, which has run out. You see, I've used it up completely. You can literally see right through it. I hope I'll be able to get an apostille on my documents today, because I read online that the prefecture is open from 9 to 12. And you can go there without an appointment. But I tried calling them just to be sure, to make absolutely sure that you don't need an appointment, but I couldn't get through. So I'm going anyway. I hope I'll be able to get the apostille. And then I'll go shopping. I really like this store, Tezenis. They have swimsuits and good quality, affordable underwear. And they also have all kinds of loungewear, different nightgowns, and really cute pajamas. So we'll definitely pick out something there. I'll show you what their summer 2025 collection looks like. Yesterday, my daughter dragged me to the sea. I recently made a video where we filled up a huge pool with water. You'd think since we live right by the sea, but sometimes it's just easier to jump into the pool. But yesterday my daughter got me to go to the sea. She says, "Why are you always working? Come on," she says, "let's go for a swim." She's been to the sea many times without me too. So let's go, let's swim. And we had such a nice time, walking together for an hour. The water was warm, the sea was even warmer than my pool. And you know what else I love about swimming in the sea? You don't get that effect in a pool. What else do I love about swimming in the sea? It's that in the morning, your skin, I didn't get my hair wet, but your skin feels like a baby's. Then you wake up in the morning and you have no swelling at all. On other days, you wake up in the morning and look like a Chinese beekeeper, right? If you ate something salty at night or had too many carbs, you wake up all puffy and swollen, And fluid retention isn't just in your face, it can be anywhere. But after being in the sea, there's no swelling at all. You even look like you've lost weight, right? No swelling at all. All the water just goes away everywhere. If you had it in your legs, hands, eyes, face, all the excess. You feel like you've been reborn. We're going to the sea again today. I'll try to film the spot where we usually go for you. And then she's leaving. My daughter is leaving tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. She's going with her friend to Elba, to the island of Elba. Her friend is Carlotta, and her dad works for a company that handles these kinds of transportations. We live in a port city, and her dad that company. Those ships, the ones that run routes to the islands. So he arranged free tickets for all of them. That's why their trip to Elba is free. On this little boat. And they're leaving tomorrow on Friday and coming back on Monday. And then next weekend she's already going to Io Island. That's how young people live all the time. Well, you have to take a break. She finished the school year at 17 years old. Right now is exactly the time for them, when they need to relax and live life to the fullest. So, if we have time after lunch, we'll also go to Primark. Although I didn't really like the quality at Primark. Everything there is really, really cheap. The main thing today, of course, is pretty big. I hope I can get everything done. So, about Elba. Yes, Elba. So, there are 3 girlfriends in the family of one of her friends with her parents. If I manage to get any photos from Elba, I'll definitely show them to you. Italian bureaucracy, right? I needed to get an apostille on my son's birth certificate and his certificate of residence because he was born here in Italy. That's what I thought. Well, to get these documents at the commune, at City Hall, you have to make an appointment, wait there, stand in line, and travel somewhere. But here, you can also get them online. Using your tax ID number, you can download them from the internet. So I thought, well, damn, I'll just download them online. They're just as valid as the ones you get at City Hall. So I downloaded them. I go to get the apostille, and the guy tells me there's no signature from the official who issued this. I said, well, there's no signature because I didn't get it from a person. I downloaded it from your Ministry of Internal Affairs website, their official document. There's a QR code right here. You can scan the QR code to check if they're valid or not. I even checked my phone to make sure they're really valid. You can't put an apostille on these. I won't accept them. He immediately started making excuses. How can you not accept them? I paid for 2 certificates. I paid 16 euros each. 16 and 16. 32 euros total. He said, no, I can't do that. I won't put an apostille on them. Alright, so the prefecture and the city hall are right next to each other. Well, how close are they? It's about 200 meters or so. Alright, I'll go to the city hall. Maybe someone there will finally put some damn stamp on it. Because, seriously, if they were free, that would be a different story. I paid 32 euros for 2 pieces of paper. apostille. It won't put the apostille without a signature. She says, no, you can check that they're valid with this QR code. Go tell them that. I rushed off to the prefecture again. I said, they told me they're valid, and you have to put the apostille on them. Basically, I ended up talking to the boss. The boss also said no. I said, but what's the point? I mean, what's the point if you can download them from the Ministry of Internal Affairs website, but then you can't get an apostille on them? What's the point of all this, especially if you're still charging me money for it? He says they're valid, but not for an apostille. So, if you needed them for something else, like to bring them somewhere here in Italy, they would be completely valid, even without a signature. But for an apostille, you need a signature. I said, but it didn't say that anywhere. Well, it wasn't written, so we won't put an apostille on it then. The head of that prefecture. And that was it. So I went back to the city hall again. She tells me again, you don't have an appointment. I said, I don't have an appointment, but this is already my third time here today. I've been to the prefecture 3 times and to city hall 3 times as well. I said, I don't have an appointment. I said, I have 2 certificates. I just want someone to put a signature on them. She says, we won't put a signature for you. As an exception, since you don't have an appointment, yes, maybe they'll help you, maybe not. Maybe we'll issue you new ones. But of course, you'll have to pay again. And that's it. So basically, she gave me these two new certificates. I went back to the prefecture again. And at the prefecture, the security guard there is a police officer. By now, he's smiling. It's my 3rd time coming to him. And I say, I need to get an apostille again. He says, go, just go. So anyway, I went. He took everything from them, signed it all, and put the apostille on. You know how people say, is the glass half full or half empty? Usually, you have to wait several days for the apostille. But he signed everything for me right then and there. He probably felt awkward or uncomfortable too.
What a cute set of pajamas. Let's go look for swimsuits. These are pajamas. Actually, these are some interesting shorts for nighttime. I'll probably switch to kids' pajamas soon. They're light, cute, little robes. Although kids' sizes are actually pretty much adult size. The swimsuits here are definitely an acquired taste. I doubt I'll find anything I like here. And there's even a small cosmetics section.
Although personally, I prefer to buy cosmetics in more specialized stores. But again, if someone just needs brushes, then of course, the quality here is actually pretty decent. This is probably the jeans section. I've been looking for jeans for myself for a long time. I like low-rise, but tapered, not flared. And for some reason, there's this problem that you just can't find low-rise jeans with a low waist anywhere. And you see, right now there's this trend for high-waisted jeans. And with low-rise, if you do find low-rise, they're always flared. Mom jeans. Probably for pregnant women. Right now, it's all high-waisted here. And accessories. There are also these containers for cosmetics and for traveling by plane. A little new. Still, the pajamas are really cute. Such nice knitwear. Here they are hanging. These are the light blue ones. What I like most here is this sleepwear section, this pajama section. I bought myself 2 of these pajamas, summer tops and shorts. When we get home, I'll show you better. Hold up. Let's see what we bought. This morning, as you remember, I stopped by Tezenis. I bought this kind of beach bag because our one from last year is already a bit worn out. And what else did I buy? I showed you right there, this towel. Look, it's so soft. Really nice against the skin. A towel for the beach. I bought it, like I told you. I really like their underwear there. And I got 2 bras like this. They hold their shape, you see. But they don't have any wires, no underwire. Because with underwire, it presses too much, it squeezes, and I don't like that. But here, on one hand, it keeps its shape well and supports the chest. On the other hand, you see, there's this little fold here. But there's no wire, so nothing pinches or presses. I wanted a black one, but they didn't have my size. Why did I buy 2? Because here, one costs $12.99. Look, but 2 are $19.99. So it's more cost-effective to buy 2. And 5 pairs of underwear. These are also my favorites. They're breathable. They're breathable not because, well, yes, of course, it's synthetic. So it's not cotton or anything like that. Inside, right here, it's cotton. Here. but on the outside, it's synthetic. But since here, well, it's kind of a lace material, right? So it lets air through really well, especially for summer. Again, I bought 5 at once. 1, 2, 3, 2 blue, 2 black, and this cream-colored one. I don't like white. Cream-colored. Because, as you saw, there was a promotion where if you buy 4, you get the 5th one for free. Here. My 5th one was free. That's what we got at Tezenis. And then, when I went into Kiko, I bought this lipstick, number 109, the one I've already put on, as you can see. I really like this shade. It's my favorite. Here it is. Watch. So I apply it without any shine because to me shine, well, it's a bit flashy, you know? You could say it's flashy. If you apply it without shine, it looks more matte. But if someone wants it shiny, you can use it with shine too. And I bought a pencil to go with it, which still hasn't washed off my hands since this morning. This kind of lip liner. I don't have the pencil with me right now, but I will. And then, you know, at the checkout, as always, they come up at the end. Like, maybe you need this. Like, I have some mascara here, it's on sale, there's a discount, a promo, and so on. So they talked me into it. I bought a tanning cream for €5 on sale, which usually costs 21 euros, and now I got it for 5. I don't know, I'll give it a try. Little Mermaid, Little Mermaid. Well, I don't know what kind of mermaid that is. We're just about to head to the sea, so I'll try out this new cream. Face and Body Sun Cream SPF 50, so it's for both face and body. So those are my purchases. That's all for here. Next, what we bought at Primark. You know what I like about Primark? I wouldn't exactly say the quality there is outstanding. What I do like is that it's really cheap there. If you look at the receipt, you'll see that everything is really, really cheap there. €3, €5, €4. From what we bought, my daughter got a few things for herself, and I got a few things for myself. These are 2 pajamas like this. Look how cute they are. For summer, when it's hot here, there are shorts and a tank top. They're just perfect for summer. Then there's another one just like it. Some of the most popular models, all the good colors were already gone. This one is exactly the same, shorts and a tank top. Another one, and then I found these shorts that I really like. They are also, you know, pajama-like, right? So you can't really wear them outside. I got to size them, but the top that came with them was a tank top. You know how those kinds of tops are trendy right now? Like, it only comes down to here, seriously, so your whole stomach is exposed. Honestly, I'm not really at the age anymore where I can just walk around like that for long, you know? Absolutely. That's it. First, I thought about keeping them. I figured I wouldn't get them with that kind of top, thought about just keeping the shorts, but then I kept looking and found something. Not exactly for them, though. It was just another yellow tank top. I think this yellow pajama top would go really well with these shorts. In the end, I ended up with 3 sets of pajamas, and honestly, I didn't really like anything else there. So that's what we bought today. And what a crazy day it's been. Now we're going to rest a bit and then get ready to go to the beach. See you there.